Let's go to Carrie in Des Moines. Yes, in Des Moines. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm rocking on. How are you?
Good.
What's up?
Okay, so I am calling for some guidance, I guess, in relation to my kids. About 9 months ago, I found out that my husband was having an affair with my best friend.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I know. It's horrible. She actually also used to work at our church. So there's
Why
like this
not?
whole faith
Why not?
concept. Yeah, right.
You've got one more. What else?
I know. Yes. Let me tell you.
Does she
that's
keep your
sometimes
kids
what
too
I
on the weekends, probably? Who knows? Jeez Louise. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yep.
That's the worst.
No, you're right there.
Oh, why not? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. But our divorce was very quick. The other side's divorce definitely is taking longer. But my concern is the kids. Throughout all of this, I've tried very, very hard to, keep them out of the middle of it. And I will fully admit that I've made mistakes, but I think I'm learning that my ex-husband is a narcissist, which is very hard for me to admit. But now that control is off of me, I feel like it's onto the kids. And I'm just really struggling with how to best parent them by myself.
Yeah.
Knowing that we split our time 50-50. It's just brutal. And I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So number one, absolutely who cares about the other divorce? I don't care about it. I don't want to know about it. I'm not going to talk to anybody. But anybody brings it up, I'm going to stop and say, I don't care. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
You shouldn't know when that thing's final. How about that?
Okay.
That's how far away I want you from that. It doesn't matter. She is not your concern and not your life. If she chooses to be in continue in relationship with your ex-husband, and they get married or something like that, then there will be some very hard adult conversations that have to happen. Because she will be
conversations
between adults. You and her, and you and your ex, because she's going to be in proximity, hanging out with your children.
That's already happening.
Okay, so there needs to be some very clear. Not yet. There needs to be some very clear conversations with her. With you and your ex.
Okay.
About your expectations about how the relationship with your kids. Be careful about lobbing diagnostics. Meaning, I don't care if your husband's a diagnosed narcissist. I care how he treats you.
Sure.
And one would impact the other, but right now, that diagnostic doesn't matter. What matters is if my husband is lying to my children, if he's not showing up, if he's blaming them for things, taking their money, if he's doing things like that, using power to coerce them into doing things that narcissists do, then I'm going to deal with the behaviors. I'm not going to point back to the diagnostics. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, for example, he has blocked certain people from my daughter's phone that he pays for, and they happen to be my friends just because he doesn't think that they're good people or something.
So hold on. He's their dad, and when she's on his property, he's allowed to do that. You can get him a different phone. It's still his daughter's phone.
Right. Okay.
All right. Now, when she comes back to your house, she can have a separate phone if you want to do that.
I don't want to have to do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's a pain. Or you can have your friends over when your kids are over, and you can they can have human conversations, right? So all I have to say is, yeah, he can do that. If that's the game he wants to play, so be it.
Okay.
And hey, here's the thing: nothing is good moving forward here.
That's encouraging.
This is all sifting through the ashes of a burned down home to try to find pictures that you can still see.
Exactly.
Right. And then you got to build something new. And
so how do I do that?
Well, this is 9 months away. Your whole world blew up.
Yeah, I know.
And you haven't stopped and grieved this thing.
Nope.
Yes. You have to.
No, I don't want to.
I know. I know. But here's the thing, okay? How many kids you got?
2.
How old are they?
11 and 8.
Oh, God.
Yep.
So you are a powder keg of hurt right now. And you are strong as bloody hell, right? Yep. And you have taken out a bunch of plywood, even though it's super expensive at the store right now, and you have bolted that pain down inside your chest, and that's where it goes.
Yep.
And it still puts off heat.
Yep.
And your kids are getting burned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big time.
And here's the problem. They think it's their fault.
Yes, they do.
And they don't deserve that.
Nope, they don't.
You don't either.
I know I don't, but I care more about them.
It doesn't matter. The best way to care about them is to care about you. And if you don't deal with that nuclear reactor in there, it will leak out all over your insides. And you're going to end up with all kind of weird stuff. Okay? So, you got to deal with it. The greatest gift you can give your kids is to let them see you be sad and heartbroken and devastated and still in control of yourself. And to see you have friends come over and take them out because mommy's hurting. All those things.
Yeah.
Because right now they feel the gap. They feel the tension. They feel dad's rage. They feel dad's and this and the drop off and all. Mm-hmm. And they're wondering, what did we do?
Sure. Mm-hmm. My 8-year-old keeps saying, if I do have sad moments or hard times, he will frequently say, "It's over, Mom. The big D." That's what he calls it. Mm-hmm. The big D is over.
Yeah.
And that's hard too because I'm like, no, it's not, honey. We're gonna live with this forever.
Yeah.
And so just I don't know. I don't know how to help them wrap their head around everything.
I think it's teaching them that it's a great moment for gift. Like grief goes on for a while. It hurts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pain hurts. And loss hurts. And this is what it looks like. And so there is ways to be honest. And when they run into life hits them in the mouth, which it will. And none of us want that for our kids, but it will. And for them, it already has, right?
Right.
But when it does again, they will have a picture of, that's what grief looks like. And this is a healthy way to deal with this thing. And healthy looks like sometimes crying so hard I can't breathe. And sometimes it looks like mom goes and sees a counselor.
Okay.
Because, hey, you had plans.
Mm-hmm.
You had pictures of what Thanksgiving was going to look like when your son had brought home whoever.
Yep, exactly.
And it's all different now. You got to grieve the picture.
But they're hurting so much.
Yes.
I feel like I have to focus on them. Like, I'm fine. I will be fine.
You're not. You got double betrayed. The person you would have called to tell them that your husband cheated on you was the other woman.
Yep. You are correct.
That is scorched earth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to somebody who I think is still in shock. And you sprinted so fast through the divorce to get that thing done.
Yep.
Honey, there's a reckoning coming for you, and it's best if you have it on your own terms.
What does that mean?
That means your body's going to shut you down soon.
Oh. Okay.
Okay? It will start looking like anxiety. It will start looking like rage. It will start looking like anger. It will look like trust issues. It will look like I can't sleep.
Oh, I've already had all of that.
Oh, not have. Oh, yeah. You'll it'll be present. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying you're worth being well.
Sure.
And that means I got to sit in this for a season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just... Did you think you can just move on? Just keep going?
No, I don't, but I feel like I have dealt with some of it. Yeah, sure, I totally still have trust issues, and the waves of this whole thing are insane. I go from anger to just sad to, okay, I'm good, to...
Okay, all right, so you're working through it. You are.
I am. I truly believe that I am, yes.
Okay, all right, you are. Okay, so I take that back.
I'm also very stubborn and refuse to let this affect my kids. So I will do whatever I have to do and go through whatever hell I have to go through in order for my kids to come out of this okay. And so that's yes, I'm dealing with myself. I have an immense amount of friends who are incredibly great Christian women.
Hold on.
And
your husband dragged your kids through hell.
Mm-hmm. And I'm mad. Mm-hmm.
You should be raged out mad.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm talking to you, so I'm not showing that.
No, I know. I got that. You're trying to protect them from something that's already happened to them.
Yes. But it's still happening. That's what I'm struggling with. Because he's still putting them in the middle.
It's going to. Because your husband knows what happened. And the moment
Yeah.
this new person moves in, there's going to be a new stark reality because he's got his new person and he went with him.
And he what?
And he went with him.
Oh, yeah.
He more than likely did not like who he had become in relationship with you.
Yeah. Yeah. But dude, do you really have to sleep with my best? I mean, you know what I mean?
Nope, he absolutely didn't. Nope, didn't at all. Didn't at all. Didn't at all.
Yeah. And so now my kids too are seeing, oh, that's mom's best friend who used to be super involved in our church and work at the church, and now this is what's happening.
Have you sat down with your kids and said, "Mommy's best friend really hurt Mom, and so we are not friends anymore"? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And so the best they can in their 11-year-old little hearts and minds and their 8-year-old little hearts and minds, that we're gonna have that conversation, and I'm not gonna bring that person up anymore.
Oh.
And I would say things like, I prefer to not talk about her right now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
You don't have to
like
engage every one of these conversations.
Okay.
The conversations about I'm not safe or I'm being hurt, or those are absolutely, we're going to have those conversations.
Okay.
And when
And
your kids get to be middle schoolers and they start to try to weaponize all this because their pain is just bizarre and strange, like a bouncy ball inside their chest, and they're trying to figure it all out, then we'll be like, well, she lets us fill in the blank. And you will have to swallow your soul and go, yeah, she does. But here at my house, we don't do that.
Sure.
And that would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm not going
I hadn't really thought of the whole don't engage thing. So I like that.
Yeah. Now, listen, you don't want your kids feeling like they're on an island.
Oh, no, I know. That's also a concern of mine.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. They can come to you with anything. I don't choose to have a conversation about her right now. Thank you so much for bringing that to me. Or are you safe? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
Yeah. Now, my 8-year-old has kind of changed to saying frequently that no one likes him, that everyone hates him. And so I give him as much reassurance as possible, but that's really draining as well as the emotional drops that that's what I call them, when they come back from dad's house. Like all these emotions are just dumped, right? At my house. And we go through this roller coaster of crazy.
Yep.
But do you have any suggestions on that?
Your son that's shame.
Shame?
That is this pain inside your son saying, what did I do?
Okay.
Okay. And fewer words, more touching.
Okay.
Fewer words, more just sitting down watching a show together and snuggling up.
Okay.
And making sure he's got purpose and role in your home.
Okay.
A lot of times there's guilt from parents. I don't want them to feel like they got to come here and do chores, or I don't want them to feel like they need a role. They need participation.
Actually, I went through that.
Okay.
I definitely went through that. So now I'm trying to re-implement that because I learned that was not a good way to handle it.
Okay, so bring him along. You want to give him a good gift? Go to Michael's or go to Hobby Lobby. I just talked about this on the last call. Get a big 36-inch canvas, art canvas, and then get some paints or whatever, and it's going to look ridiculous unless you're one of those Pinterest moms, and if you are, congratulations. And y'all decide, we are creating new family values here. What is that going to look like? And order their favorite foods, and y'all have a fun night doing it. And y'all write it out on a piece of paper, and then you paint it all together, and you hang it in your living room. And this becomes a touch point that they got to participate in because they matter.
Oh, I like that.
Okay? Right now they feel completely powerless, and it's just a bunch of hurt, and they have these fantasies that y'all are going to get back together, and we'll figure this whole thing out, and it'll just get back to quote-unquote normal. And then the big D happened, and like, okay, it's already happened, so it's over, but there's still the fantasy, and that's going to be another level of devastation if you or your husband gets remarried. All that stuff is part of this process. There's no way to shelter them from that pain. What you can do is give them a foundation that they can absorb that pain from.
Oh, I like that.
Okay?
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
You are playing a really, really long game here. A long game. You're playing a 25, 21, 18. They look back and say, my mom loved us through a mess. Mom walked alongside us. Mom brought us into this deal. And I had a role at mom's house. And seeing a kid, giving them value and giving them purpose, that goes a long way. Kids are really resilient when they have those three things.